bookstores, Jen here with an unboxing for you. This is the July Litcube box. They have super cute new boxes. This box was really cool. Initially it was supposed to be like a superheroes supervillain box, and then I guess like you were gonna get one or the other, but then I guess that the feedback was that people wanted both in one box. So it was heroes versus villains, and this is the insert card that came with that. So Litcube pretty much keeps it simple. There's usually something you can snack on, something you can read, some kind of item that you can wear, and then usually like one or two other goodies are often thrown in. So the first thing is this candle by In the Wick of Time. It is not exclusive, but I think this is like the debut of the scent. It's called Amazon Warrior, which is Wonder Woman. And it is, I think it's white. Yeah, it's white. The only reason I was doubting is because of the lighting in here. And it is sandalwood and sea, so it is a very clean scented candle. Let's see what else. There is a mug in here called, it's the Joker, and it says, "Why so serious?" And it's super creepy. And I plan on putting it on my Stephen King shelf just because it seems appropriate. There was also some Pez candies in here, and I got Spider-Man, so I'm assuming there might have been different heroes and maybe even villains. And this always reminds me of my childhood. I'm totally an 80s child. There's a t-shirt in here that is exclusively designed for Litcube by Nadege, which is the author of the book that was included, and it's a quote from her book that says, "Actually, I can." And the shirt I'm wearing right now, the green one that I have on, is actually from a like the Robin Hood themed Litcube, and it says "and yet she persisted." So I wear this shirt all the time, and I'll probably wear that one all the time. The only downside is it's black and my dog will have fur all over it. And last but not least is the book that came, which I actually think it's an indie author. Now, I'm not sure. I haven't researched this. I'm totally going by what I know from my indie experience with how the book looks and feels and like things on the copyright page and stuff like that. You know, because it's copyrighted to the author and not copyrighted to a publisher. So I'd have to look up to verify that. So that's just my thought. I haven't verified that information. The book is called Asylum 54, and it's the Bionic Saga, so I'm guessing it's book 1. When all the world fades to black, who do you become? And the cover is a beautiful, like, it's an illustration. And when I was flipping through the book, there's illustrations in the book. So it's not a graphic novel, but it's kind of one of those, like, no, I can't find one, of course. It's like one of those hybrid novels, kind of like maybe Eliza and Her Monsters is. So like this is inside, but there's not a lot of stuff like that. So it says, 3 years after being captured by the Reapers, I am no longer human. With the Y506 virus destroying what's left of Silo, no one truly is anymore. We now work for them, these things that control us. We kill for them, warding off the black-eyed leviathans that roam the desert hills. In return, we get to keep some piece of our past. But you see, not all of us are compliant. Not all of us could be changed. We haven't forgotten. I'm different, and so is Jonathan. There are much more like us. They took my mother and threatened the life of my sister, forcing me into a life of exile. I am hellbent on my revenge. Taking back Silo, one asylum at a time, is our means to an end. Joining the underground is only the beginning. My name is Mathai Porter. The invasion starts now. So, sounds science fiction, obviously a little bit dystopian, and there's actually a letter from the author in the beginning, and I'm really sorry that I don't know how to pronounce her name. It even has an accent over the E, so let's read the letter to the author and maybe it'll tell us a little bit more. To the ones who have loved this story since 2013, it's finally here. It's taken me 4 years and some spare change, but I've begun Mathai's story in the best way I know how, and I hope you grow to love her as much as I have. She was a difficult character to write. I often stopped writing for days to figure out how I can make her different from Echo Ebony. Echo developed into such a strong character so quickly, I wondered if I could ever separate her from Mathai in my head. I do think she has another series I forget where I saw that, maybe in the beginning here. So I think, yeah, the Bleeding Heart series, so perhaps she's referring to that protagonist. Then as I thought more and more during my days away from writing, I began to draw from a lot of my weaknesses and losses, my emotions and insecurities. Mathai, in every sense, is the version of me I hide behind tears during late hours of the night when the words stop making sense. She's my anxiety, she's my depression, she's my panic, my self-hate, and my loneliness. She is beautiful. You may remember that Asylum 54 was first pitched as a dystopian novel when I introduced it in 2013. But I've switched everything up, the world, the characters, and the scenes. Forget everything you know when you enter this world I've built because nothing is what it seems. I've given myself headache after headache just to make this book something new and fresh. The 7-book journey you're about to embark on with these characters will get scary and dark. It will be everything it was always supposed to be. To the ones who are now joining my legion, my words will often confuse you, madden, and frustrate you. But if you're reading this, that means you've ultimately given them a chance. So in the end, I also hope they make you fall in love. The story was something created from too many midnight snacks in my wild imagination. If you're all about it, Mathai's story awaits. And so, like I said, going by the matte cover and just looking at the copyright page, I don't see a publishing house. So I really do think it may be published through Ingram Spark. I publish my hardbacks through Ingram Spark, but you can also publish paperbacks. I do my hardbacks through Ingram and I do my paperbacks through CreateSpace, which is part of Amazon. And it talks about, you know, the cover design, the book design, and who edited it, etc. So I really think it's an indie author. And I think that's really cool because, you know, that a book box would take a book for an indie author. And I think that's pretty cool. So you'll have to excuse, my dog is apparently going crazy, even though most of the time she just sleeps all day. It seems like whenever I'm filming a video, she decides that's a great time to voice her opinion. So this is the Heroes vs. Villains, July 2017 Litcube. In the meanwhile, happy reading and happy writing.